We're going to be doing some work in this flower bed. We're going to do a winter garden bed clean out because I have some hellebores that are already starting to burst through, but it's way too early, and especially because we have a severe winter storm headed our way. I'm going to show you what steps we're going to take in order to save our spring show. And then also I have some gardenia plants here. I want to bring the gardenia plants on the inside because again, I want to make sure that I'm able to preserve my blooms that I have on these. So we are going to bring these on the inside temporarily, and then once the temperatures warm up a bit to about 40 to 50 degrees, then we'll go ahead and we'll bring the gardenias back outside. Because I live in a zone 6B, gardenias, I can't leave them outside in my garden. They haven't survived. And actually one of them is just kind of really just holding on by a thread. But my gardenias, I like to bring them in last of all my plants because if there's any type of pest that's hiding, I like to let the natural elements take care of my pest problem. Meaning that the temperatures drop so low, it makes it uncomfortable for the pest. If there is any pest that's there, I haven't seen any throughout the season, but I don't want to take any chances. So that's typically what I do with my gardenias. Some years I will treat my gardenias like an annual. It just all depends. If I don't get the chance to pull them out, then I go ahead and treat them like an annual. So let me show you what the hellebores look like in this bed. If we look, you can see the hellebore buds here. All of the new growth. So here's the buds, and then we have some new growth here. Same thing right here. You see just buds. But these are going to be our blooms for the season coming up, our spring season. So we want to make sure that our hellebores do not get burnt off by the severe weather that we're getting ready to have. So I'm going to show you how we're going to protect them. And we are going to go in, we're going to clean these up as well. And it shouldn't take us very long to do it. Let's go back here in this bed and see if any of the hellebores are out in this back bed. I think it's just this bed right here. We'll check this bed to see if any of the hellebores. So we have some new growth. I don't see any buds yet, so we'll just go ahead. Actually, right there in that bed, can you guys see that? So in this bed right here, you can see where we have some buds peeking through. So I want to make sure I get a show out of my hellebores this year. So I have the first one all cut back, all of the leaves here, and this is what we're left with. But this is also what I'm trying to make sure that I protect, because I want to make sure that when these buds come up early spring, they are going to be able to flourish. Now, your hellebores are going to be one of your first plants that come up. Some people call them the winter rose. Some people call them the Lenten rose. This is what we're trying to protect. We're supposed to be getting snow, sleet, ice, you name it. It's going to be just so many things that's going to be coming down. We're going to go through, we're going to cut all of these back just like this, and this is what we're going to expose. See how much growth we have on these? Typically, I would cut these back later in the year. But since they are already so far progressed, they're this far out of the ground, I want to make sure that when I'm cutting them back, it's going to basically make my job easier, because I'm not going to be fighting with new growth and old growth. So real simple, I'm just going to take a leaf and I'll pull some of the leaves here. Okay, so all I'm doing is taking a stem and following it all the way down here. So right here, and just making a cut. We're all clean back. All of the hellebores is in this section. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I did was I went ahead and I left all of the leaves, because we're going to take the leaves, we're going to cover this back up. So every last one of them, we're going to go in and cover them up, insulate them. Just like that, okay? So now just 2 more. Now that we have these covered back up, now we'll go and get the rest of our supplies that we need. So I have some burlap. If you get fountains, if you get concrete containers, then typically it's going to come wrapped in some type of burlap. So just go ahead and ask them for it, or you can order burlap, have the leaves over the top. Now we're going to come in, we're going to cover up with some burlap, and then we're also going to use some frost cloth, and we're going to do the same thing in both beds. In this bed right here, we're not going to cut them back because they're not as far along as the ones in the front. So we'll just go ahead, burlap, and then frost cloth. So let's get to it. And we're gonna weigh this down with just some bricks. So real quick and easy. Here is the finished product. The bricks weighing it down. And I also went ahead and covered up my allium bulbs that's right there as well, because they're already starting to peek out. So let's see. Let me move this brick off right here. Where are you? I seen you, girl. Where are ya? Yes. Now, of course, I can't find them now. But anywho, so the allium bulbs are sticking out. We'll put this brick down. This side over here covered up. Here is the last gardenia. You see it has lost the majority of its leaves. This is going to come inside too. This table right here I want to bring inside. Now I have some terracotta pots on here. We are going to get the terracotta pots off, but I want to go ahead and grab my pot feet and just bring all of this, including this table, in.